This is the time, I believe, where we are being spoken to in every different which way in the world. We are getting information that we have never gotten them before in the history of the humankind. And so at this moment, we know that there are some of you who are feeling either bombarded or you feel overwhelmed with everything that's coming to you from every which way. But at the same time, you feel yourself that you're stuck, even though you have so much information. But it is difficult for you to make decisions about your life, about your relationships, about your children, about your business, about your workplace. And so today, as I'm sitting here, Christine Ellis, Apostle Christine Ellis, Councilwoman Christine Ellis, and also Dr. Christine Ellis, we are bringing some wisdom to help you to get unstuck and how to move forward from any trauma that you have been experiencing lately or prior or any time of your life, because we know that today you will be able to get the help that you need to move forward. I have a friend of mine with me in the studio. As usual, when I bring a guest, you guys know that it's going to be really fully impactful. It's going to get to you where it needs to get to you. And I don't introduce my guest, so I'm going to bring her in right now. How are you today, my darling?
I'm doing wonderful.
I see that lipstick popping.
That's right.
It's looking very pretty. Thank you so much for saying yes. And I remember you told me this is the fastest yes you ever said to anyone.
Oh, did I just send that? Oh my God, that was so fast.
Yes, you just
I'm
said
like,
it.
I'm in. Count me in.
That's right. And it's for a good cause, right?
Yes, definitely.
And it is said that people will die for a cause. People will really go out of their way for a cause. And today the cause is, first of all, let's talk about you. Who are you? Give me a little bit of a background. Many people that are watching, they know who I am. They've seen my shows before. And I'm all over town. And if it's not here, but all over. We are being seen right now, over 50-something million people, 187 different countries watching us. But I want to bring it down to that one person who needs to hear us today.
All right.
Who are you?
All right. Well, first of all, thank you, Ms. Ellis, for having me here to share this time with you.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure. And to answer your question, well, as you can all see or hear, my accent is not from around here. I'm actually from Mexico, born and raised.
Okay.
I started, my journey in Mexico with my family.
Yes.
Now I'm here. How did I get here? That's the interesting part.
Yes.
I got my psychology degree, focus in education, back in Mexico. I had the opportunity to live in India.
Oh, that's wonderful.
For 3 years in a monastery.
Wow.
Yes, teaching, little monks and nuns how to speak English and how to meditate.
Yes, in Spanish too, I got her.
Yes, but don't tell the monks. And so while I was studying let's see, like the Western philosophy back in college, after that I was like, you know what? I want to go to the West, to the East, I mean, to study their philosophy because it's, for me, it makes like a lot of sense.
Yes.
How they deal with their problems.
Correct.
We all
you will have something to compare.
Exactly.
And they're good in everything, so right? So
yes,
there is some
definitely.
good there in the West and in the East. And if we can combine, then we can really come to a greater place.
Definitely. There's a lot of things, a lot of wisdom from that side of the world that, sometimes you don't feel that you know enough from this like big world. I had the opportunity also to go to Thailand.
That's great.
And learn about cultivation, emotional balance.
Wow.
And bring that to Mexico.
Okay.
I was a teacher in Mexico. I had like a beautiful experience teaching children English in Mexico.
Yes.
And making that connection with the children and with the parents.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Well, as we can see, you are full of wisdom. You're full of knowledge and all.
Thank you.
So today, what we're going to be talking about, we have to recognize the month of March, right? We have to recognize this month as women. pioneering women, women that are pioneers, women that are done great things in this world, or women that are just at home raising their children, doing great things, raising their children in a great way, in a great manner. So we wanted to focus at Fortis Femina, which is one of our group that we are in, and our whole philosophy is to connect. What
to
else?
build.
To build.
And to be there for each other.
That's basically what it's all boiled down to do. We wanted to kind of bring it down for you to understand. It's very impactful when we say that we want to build other women. We want to connect with other women. And we want to empower them to go forward into the things that they need to do. So this whole month, we are concentrating on mental health.
Exactly.
Just you and I talking about mental health. If you go to our Facebook, the Fortis Femina Facebook, you will see that we are discussing it on our
daily basis.
HSBN, the women network that we have here, we are focusing also on women mental health. It is said that 3 out of 4 women feels that they are unappreciated. And so today we want to find out where is it that you are stuck into that feeling that you're not appreciated, that you're not worthy, that it's not really good for you. You don't feel that you want to move forward.
Exactly. Well, and to add to that, we all have like problems. That is part of life.
Every single day.
The interesting question here is to know, how are we going to deal with these problems?
Yes.
One of the ways that we can deal with problems is like maybe not such a healthy way. And another option is more like on a healthy kind of way that can help you, help everyone around you.
That's correct. It is important for us to realize that we have to come to a place where we understand what's healthy and what's not healthy.
Exactly.
One thing you and I discussed when we were talking about this subject, we come to understanding that the mindset of a woman, the mindset of a man is truly very important. But even with that, mindfulness, as you will put it all the time when we're discussing it, it did not happen overnight. Mindfulness have been around for centuries, even before us, because even in the Word of God, we hear that it says that for us to renew our mind. Because that means that there are things that we know and we have to unlearn. And there are things that are hitting us that we have very difficulty dealing with that we have to. Today is not an interview. Today is us having a discussion.
Oh, that's right.
So let's talk now about the mindset. What does that mean to someone? If I had to say to somebody, you need to change your mindset, what's that going to look like to us?
Well, that is an interesting approach.
Yeah.
Because people, when they come, to talk to me, or when I listen to other people, they are starting to realize, like asking themselves questions.
Come on, yes.
Like starting to say, you know what? I don't like this. I want to change it, but I don't know how.
Yes.
And, like the habits that we have is just like keeping us in that cycle. And we are aware, which is part of mindfulness.
Yes, being aware, the awareness of it.
Of all these things going on internally, and we don't know what to do with them. And sometimes on this side, we want to just like explode or, take it on to somebody, making them maybe like having them a bad day.
Yeah.
You didn't mean that.
That's right.
I feel that we never want to do like something bad to other people.
Yeah.
I believe like in that goodness in us.
Yes, there is. There's
we
plenty.
have, situations where our emotions go a little bit like higher, and then we feel overwhelmed. We don't know what to do. And what we do with mindfulness is basically pay attention to what is outside, what is inside, and decide how we're going to solve this problem. For example, I'm going to use me as an example.
Yeah.
Yesterday, you said, hey, you want to come in this show? I couldn't say, you know what, like, this is too soon. This is overwhelming. I have other things going on. I don't know if I'm ready. Am I going to do a good job? But what I did is like, I immediately said like, yes, I want the challenge. Like I listened to the mind, the positive mind, the awareness that I want to, why awareness went to the positive side, because of course, the negative side was there.
Absolutely.
You know,
and it was trying to be stronger. The voice started to be stronger, but you had to reverse it.
And the interesting part there is that I went from one stream to another.
There it is, from one extreme to another.
Because then if I get too excited, oh my God, yeah, let's do it. And then my focus goes someplace else. And if I'm like, no, I don't want to do it, like I'm going to miss this opportunity and I'm going to regret it.
Yes.
And then, you know, what we can do here is like wonders.
That's right.
Now, the interesting, or the part that I want to like focus is like to be in the center. To have like place of peace where I'm not like, I'm excited, but, you know, and also realist of being prepared, because that's part of the... like the fear of not doing a good job.
Yes, it's to be prepared.
So it's like coming to in the middle, right? And so to get there, there's like this technique with mindfulness where you practice like 5 minutes a day. And what you do is like you make that space between your thoughts, your emotions, you know, whatever is going on, and yourself.
Yes.
You know, you make that space. And what I was doing with, I also work in a recreational center here in Chandler with kids. And what I was trying to do with one of the children is like, hey, you want to play a game? Let's, for 60 seconds, be still and quiet. You want to try it? And can you imagine a little 3-year-old being just like sitting down and being quiet and being like, yes, Mom and Dad, I'm just going to sit here and relax. That is like, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Well, we did it. This kid was like, I was giving him an option that, hey, we can play, we can do all this fun stuff, but what if we balance out our like energy right now, you know, and learn little by little, you know, at least plant that seed of, if you want to, if you decide, you can just like be still and relax.
And relax. And you know, we bring that into context of us as human being tripart, right?
Yes.
We have a spirit, we have a soul, in our soul we have our mind, our emotions, and then we have our body. And it is said that we have to be aligned. And when we align and we are centered with our spirit, soul, emotion, and then our bodies, a lot of people find themselves, what I will say, so multiple pieces of them is because they are not centered in that.
Yeah, and they feel disconnected. And when you feel disconnected, you feel that, you know, you are not happy with your life.
You're not happy with who you are, and the people around you suffer for the most. And so then you don't feel like you appreciate it because it comes from internally. At the same time, it's saying that 3 out of 4 women feel that they are unappreciated. The other side of it says that majority of these women that are feeling that way, it's from an internal perspective. And so we're going somewhere with this. When we try to get you to come to an understanding of who you are, into that space of place where your spirit can truly be at rest. And at peace. And then your soul and your emotion are not labile, as we call it. Labile means that you're up and down. One moment you're very moody. One moment you want there, the next moment you're over there.
Which is fine. The interesting part is like just to be aware of it.
Be aware of it and then be able to control that in a sense where you can say, okay, this is what's happening to me right now. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling like I need to stop. Or I'm feeling like so anxious, I can't function. Then you need to make that space. You need to stop everything that you're doing. Even in the midst, if you were driving or anything, pull over. If you were at home and you woke up that way with that palpitation in your heart, just go back and lay down for a few minutes again and close your eyes for that moment and just get your spirit, your soul and emotion and your body also. Because adrenaline It can be good, but it also can be bad. Because if you're on that flight and fight all the time.
Or froze mode.
Yes, all the time, then you can't really accomplish anything.
Exactly.
So mindfulness, truly, when we take it in the context of our lives and the things that we do, practice it is not that difficult for us. It doesn't belong to a certain group. It belongs to all of us.
Exactly.
All of us are supposed to do that. The Word of God is very clear about it. It tells us, renew your mind, renew your mind, renew your mind.
So because then you have a space to, if the Lord is talking to you, you have a space. It's clean.
Yeah.
It has like room for Him. And you, otherwise, if you are not having that space, how can you even
listen and hear? People always say, well, I can't, you said that God speak, but I can't
or
hear
your intuition.
Yes, I can't hear him. And I don't know when he's talking to me. I don't know what to do, how to go. It's because we are so cluttered. We don't have that space. We don't have that time put aside for us to just come into that position where we can receive any new information versus what's all over and around us. We talked about one way that people can attack if there is a problem coming at you from all over the place. One way that you can really help with that is to put things in different compartments.
Exactly.
We looked at it as being put into a room. Let's say, for example, as we said, you're having a lot of problem with your children.
Yes.
Or you're having a lot of problem in your marriage. You're having a lot of problem at work because it tends to come at once.
Exactly.
It doesn't just, you don't just have one problem. A lot of problems tend to come to you, right?
Yes. People are even saying like, oh my God, like I need more problems. Come on. I can handle it. I'm here. Bring it on. But some people are like, no, what I want is no problems. And I want to not pay attention to them, and I'm actually going to distract myself with anything else.
And that's when you get in trouble.
Exactly.
So when it comes, you have to face it. Anything that you don't face, you can't deal with. Exactly. That's when we see a lot of people that we try to engage into their own healing process.
Exactly.
It's very difficult because they won't face the fact that there is a problem.
Yes. They don't ask themselves questions. And it's understandable because nobody really wants to be in that state of being confrontational.
Yes. But you have to do it with yourself.
Exactly. First.
Yes.
And then, use as an example. It's not easy. It's scary.
Yeah.
It takes you out of your comfort zone.
Very fearful.
You want to be in a secure and nice space. But you have to ask yourself, is this what is going to make me grow? And be of service to other people.
Absolutely, because if you hear the things that says that, well, you're not good to anybody because you're not even good to yourself. So as we were saying, now you have all these issues going on, right?
Yes.
So then you have to visualize that you have all these rooms also.
Yeah.
You have the capability to do that because that's the space that you're creating. So in this space right here, you could just go in there and say, okay, I'm dealing with money problem, or I'm dealing with, you just put it in there and close the door. You go in this one with the work with you, put it in there and close the door. And then you go in this one, put that other problem in there and close the door.
Yeah.
Now you sit down, right? Or you take the time now to get yourself to breathe, to understand, okay, there's so many things. I can't do them all at the same time.
Exactly.
Now that they are all in each area where they need to be, let me see which one that I want to deal with first. Because we do that at work, don't we? We prioritize.
Exactly. And it's something that we can do. We're capable.
Exactly.
We are engineered to deal with all that.
Yes. That's how we were created.
Exactly. We're powerful.
We are engineered. We are created to do all of these things. But we are not supposed to do it all at once.
Exactly.
And all at the same time because we become overwhelmed. So now as you said, I'm in that position right now. I have everything into a different room and the doors are closed. After I have really realized that all these are going on, so now I said, okay, let me deal with relationships first. So I go to that door of relationship. Before I get to that door, I start preparing myself. Because it's going to be on my own term, right? It's going to be me fixing it. I'm going to be talking to other people. I'm going to listen to a show like what we're doing right now.
Yes.
I'm going to listen to a podcast. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to pray.
Yes.
I'm going to do so many different things. Join a group concerning this one particular problem. Not all of the others, just that one. Getting as much information as I can to empower myself. Now, when I open that door, whatever beast that's behind it, I'm not afraid of it anymore.
Yeah, actually, you can become a friend of that beast because you know yourself.
Correct.
And you are now going to start learning about, whatever is on that other side of the door.
That's right.
And people get like stressed. It's stressful. It's scary. I understand.
Yes.
But this is what I tell to myself.
Yes.
There's always this anxiety of making the right decision.
Of course. Every single day.
And you do.
You have to make decisions. You can't live without making decisions.
But what I have understand in this time is like, it's not about making the right decision. It's about making a decision and making it right.
Did you hear that? It's not about making the right decision. It's about making a decision.
And making that decision the right one.
And making that decision the right one. Correct.
Because, what are all these doors I want to deal right now? I want to deal them all at once. And if you are able to do that, go ahead, do it. If you believe in yourself, please, do it. The reality is like a lot of people, we deal with stuff like baby steps.
Yes.
Why? Because we have responsibilities, we have, marriages, we have friends, and we don't give ourselves enough time to deal, with one stuff at a time.
Yeah. That's what we do when we go to that door now, because we were prepared, because we were equipped. Yeah. Now we can slay.
Exactly.
We can really, that says, wake up, pray and slay.
Exactly.
So you can do that once you now are equipped to go into that. And I like the part that you said that would make a lot of sense, that can become your friend now. You don't see this beast as an enemy. You don't see this relationship as an enemy.
Your perception.
Perception and mindset.
Mindset, that's right.
Your mindset has just been changed and transformed.
Yes.
And how did it do that? It do that by the renewing of it with the new information that you just received.
Exactly.
I tell people, information, knowledge is power.
Yes.
You always, every time you come in a place and you're going to face something, if you don't have a good understanding of that thing, if you don't have a good knowledge of what you're walking into, you are going to be, even if you're the strongest, the most equipped person in the world, but because you have lacked of information concerning this particular situation, then you are at a detrimental position.
Exactly, yes.
And so it is very important that we empower ourselves. For me personally, what I do is that every morning, I'm up, usually you guys hear it, it's an ungodly time for some people, 4 a.m. So I will be up at 4 a.m., 4:30, and the first thought that comes to my mind, if it's, oh my God, I got meetings today, no, I just take a deep breath, and I'm like, no, that's shouldn't be my first thought. My first thought is to be, thank you, God, I'm up this morning. Thank you that I'm here. And then I started to reverse it. Oh, I have something that I say. I said, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and I will be glad into it. So in other words, I've already tell myself I'm going to be glad, and nobody can steal my joy. Nobody can try to change my gladness, because I've already said to myself, I am going to be glad.
Yes, because you're giving that time to yourself.
Correct.
To focus on yourself.
Correct.
And to be, okay, just like a quick checkup. How am I?
Quick checkup.
And if I feel like down, okay, time to like bring the positive side.
Go into that bag where I put all these things that are really self-talk to myself.
Your toolbox.
My toolbox, and go into my toolbox and say, hey, I need this today. I need to remind myself I'm smart.
Or I don't have it. What should I do?
Yes, I need to remind myself I'm beautiful. I need to remind myself that I'm doing the right thing with the best of my ability. Exactly. And so you go in that toolbox and you just grab it and you put it right in front of you. It says that everything that you look into, you become that thing.
Yes, exactly.
Isn't that the truth, right? So everything that you look into, as we behold, we become.
Yeah.
So when we behold that I am beautiful, then we become beautiful. We behold that I am strong, then we become strong.
Exactly.
And so it's important for us to realize that mindfulness is for us to be mindful in
like a little present that you do to yourself. Like I can imagine you waking up in the morning at 5 a.m. 4 a.m. Okay, so I was talking about me.
Yes.
I do 5 a.m.
Yes, okay.
And just like telling to yourself, today I'm going to have like a cup of tea with myself. And that's like a little present, like a little motivation that I do to myself.
Yeah, invite yourself, yeah.
And it's like a promise that I want to keep to myself. Yes, I have other things that are really important to do, but for now, this is what I want to do. And I know that when I be in contact with myself, I'm in peace. I feel that I have space to be like all of a sudden to interview, to just like be present, because one of the best gifts that you can give to somebody is your attention. And if your attention is in the present moment, it's like the best thing that you can, give to somebody.
I'm just loving this time of us giving each other our attention, giving our audience our attention. Would you believe it already? Our time is running out, and we hope, it is our hope and it is our prayer that the moment that we just spend speaking with each other and with you, that it will really let you see there is a window of hope, there is a window of peace that you can open for yourself. If you're one of those 3 women that feel that they're not appreciated, this is the time for you to rise up and say, I am appreciated. I know that who I am, and I'm going to go forward and become who God created me to be. I want to thank you for listening today, to be here with us. Thank you so much, Lhamo, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. So we're going to have fun together, continue to have fun, continue to know that you matter, you are loved, and we are here to support you. Fortis Femina is here to support you. Together, when we come together, we do great things together. We push people forward. Specifically, we're talking to women and empowering them to move from different countries, from different places. Women that are here in the United States, we want you to know that you are loved and we are with you through it all. Know that. Call us, use the information that the Facebook page, the information that you see below here, to get in touch with us, because we are here for you. We love you. God bless you. Mwah.
Thank you.